Good morning, pre-algebra. All right, here we go. Today, you guys have any prayer requests, let me know, and I'll make sure I pray for you. Just text them to me. Also, text me questions between 12 and 3 every school day. All right, so this is what we're going to do today, which is lines and angles. The first one that we're looking at is parallel lines. I think you're used to that. It says this means that line A is parallel to B. Okay, so they usually use cursive, A parallel to B, because that's the name of the line. Perpendicular lines form right angles. By the way, notice that this right here means parallel. They form right angles, which is this. That's how they cross. That's what perpendicular lines. And so here we would say that K is perpendicular to L. Kaylee Lipinski. Kaylee perpendicular to Lipinski. Oh, I don't know. Just made it up. But that's the sign for perpendicular, is upside down T. Vertical angles are intersecting lines that cross like on a railroad tracks. And the biggest thing about that is if this angle up here is 70 degrees, then the one underneath it is 70 degrees. They have to be equal. And then you can also figure out this one over here would have to be 110 and 110, because it has to add up to a full circle, which is 360 degrees. Adjacent angles are basically their neighbors. They live right next to each other. So 1 and 2, they're adjacent angles, 1 and 2, and 2 and 3 are adjacent angles, but 1 and 3 are not, because 2 is in between. All right, complementary angles are two angles. They add up to 90 degrees, so it's two angles whose sum is 90 degrees. So if they told you that this one right here was 50 degrees, that would tell you that this one would have to be 40 degrees, because it'd have to add up to 90. Complementary. The way I remember that is I make a little line through here, through the C, that makes a 9. That reminds me it's 90. Supplementary angles, the way I remember those, is those add up to, their sum is 180 degrees. And I remember that by putting a little line through the S, and that makes it an 8. And the 8 is in 180. So same idea. If they told you that this angle right here was 100 degrees, then the one next to it would have to be 80 degrees, because 100 plus 80 gives you 180. And if you look at it, it makes half of a circle, and half of a circle is 180 degrees. The only thing I want you to do today for homework is I want you to make up little cards or pieces of paper, it doesn't matter. On the front, I want you to draw the picture of each of these, and on the back, I want you to put their name. And that will help you to memorize them. And if you want, in the book on page 515, you can copy them out of there instead of from the video. If that makes it easier for you. Hope you have a great day. See you tomorrow.